What's up, Northgate? Gabriel here, and today I've got an awesome story about God's faithfulness and a story of redemption with my friend Haven here. He's just going to share with us today about how he found Jesus and eventually how God called him to be baptized. So, Haven, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's good
Awesome.
to be here. My story starts off, as a young kid, of course. My father always preached the gospel to me, it always went in one ear out the other. Throughout my years as an adult, he kept preaching more and more to me, and I started to become aware that, there is a God. I started, talking to my father about this, and he was like, yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell you. And as I'm starting to get older, I have a son now, and I started realizing, I need to change myself and the ways and stuff that I'm doing, and I start thinking different, and I'm like, I feel like there's time for a change. I've lived my life for so long in sin and just living the life you want to live. Doesn't seem right.
It's not fulfilling.
It's not, and I feel like I have backup now. Like God's talking to me. He's on my side. He's there for me. My posture's different. I have a whole new outlook on life.
Yeah.
I'm treating people different. People are noticing it.
You mentioned a change. Was it something specific, or was it just like your own wants and needs of like, I just know that there's something better out there for me?
What it was is my father, he'd mail me a pamphlet. It was like a small Bible, like a learning Bible. And I started to read through it, and I realized I couldn't understand the literature. I didn't understand some of the words. I didn't know how to pronounce them. I really didn't know what I was looking at. I got in touch with some friends I haven't spoken with for about 20 years, and they started talking about Bible study, and I told them I had this pamphlet, and they said, well, hey, why don't you bring it over? Because we go to church too, and we can do a Bible study, and we'll help you understand the book. So we started looking through it. I used to attend Northgate back about 10 years ago. And I was like, I want to go check this church out again, because I'm starting to feel something different, something growing inside me.
That's awesome.
Positivity, something that's making me feel happy and more. I feel secure.
You had that change because your father and a couple of mentors in your life really who guided you in the right direction. You came back to Northgate after a long hiatus, and then you made the decision to get baptized. What made you have that decision? Like, what brought you there?
Once I found out what salvation was, because I never knew what it was. Once I found out what it was, that was like the greatest gift ever. And it really changed my life, because knowing that I have salvation and I'll never be forsaken and he will always be beside me, I wanted to be part of that. And when they mentioned that there's going to be a baptism on the 20th of February, I was like, I'm all in.
I'm in, yeah. That's cool. How's it been since then? Like, have you noticed any differences, good, bad?
It's really crazy, because shortly after I had spoke with my dad, and he'd mailed me that new pamphlet and tried to get me to be closer with Jesus. He passed, and he actually passed the day before my baptism, and he passed so sudden I didn't know he was going to die. Things he told me before he passed, that once you become a Christian, things are not going to be easy, because things aren't easy for someone that turns himself to God, because people want to poke at people like that and take jabs and try to test you. And I've noticed a couple things, but I'm fighting it, and
that's so good.
I haven't stepped back. I haven't changed my ways. I'm still doing really good. Since I've gotten baptized, and I haven't took any steps back. I'm just going forward. I'm looking forward, man.
That's awesome. I believe I told you before you got baptized, like, hey, just so you know, like, you might experience some spiritual warfare. Literally worst case scenario, and the fact that you still went through, gave your life to the Lord. Dog, like, that's just such a beautiful testimony, man.
Exactly what I was thinking, man, because when my dad passed that Saturday before, on the 19th, before the baptism, everything in my heart was telling me, dude, this is what your dad wanted. Your dad passed yesterday. I'm going to make this happen. There was nothing that was going to stop me. If I had to walk to this church, I was going to do it. But I knew that's what my dad wanted, and I knew when I got baptized, when I took that plunge, my life changed forever. Jesus will give you exactly what you need to survive. There are always going to be tough times. There's always going to be loss, sorrow, and there will be happy times. You got to take the good with the bad. I carry this rock with me. It's a representation of my salvation. I got the idea from the book that the newbies get when they come to Northgate. It's called This Changes Everything. And like I said, this is a representation of my salvation. Whenever I'm feeling down or might be second guessing myself, I look down at this, and it reminds me of that Jesus died on the cross for me, and this is a token of my salvation and what was given to me. Yeah, so Haven mentioned TCE. This Changes Everything journal, and we offer this to anybody and everybody, mainly people who are just starting out on their faith journey and have
questions, if you head out into the lobby, we have these books for you. We also have another option. You could text TCE1 to 94000. And yeah, with that, Haven, I just want to say thank you for sharing your testimony with me.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for having me.
I know that people are going to be blessed to hear this, so it's going to be good. Thanks, man.
Right.